Hey guys, and welcome to FeedBack. My name is Annie.
And I'm Scott. Now let's start with the Ouya. I did a video about the Ouya and what's wrong with it, the problems that they're having. And Kaiser wrote in saying, I'm guessing TechFeed isn't objective, but just another biased news source. He wrote "and other." Good to know. I don't care for the Ouya at all, but this bashing by news sources is just weird. First of all, first things first, I'm just reporting on what other news sources were saying and about the Ouya. I'm reporting on an actual letter from the CEO. I noted that. I'm reporting on an actual tweet from the company. These are actual real things from the company. I'm reporting on tweets of people not being able to open the controller and having difficulty and then showing you how to do it because it is kind of difficult and doesn't come with any instructions. So I'm just reporting on what was happening. I didn't form any opinions in that piece.
Are there people, I mean, you've been following the story more closely than I have, but are there people who are like loving the Ouya?
Not really.
Really?
Not really. It's kind of a universal, like, it's passable, maybe kind of leaning towards the sucking area. But it's great for emulating, you know, but that's piracy, so. Anyway, Russell, 28533 wrote in saying, for some reason I was expecting Scott to throw the controller on the floor. I almost did. I almost dropped it a couple of times. It's very hard to fumble with that and hold it up to the camera instead of sitting in my lap and doing it. But anyway.
I think he was expecting you to like angrily throw it on the floor.
I would have, but that's Adam Sessler's controller for Rev 3 games in their review of the system, so I didn't want to break it and alter their score. So
yeah.
Anyway.
All right, next up, I talked about a couple days ago some Snapchat alternatives. Snapchat is kind of making some power moves, and I think some other companies out there are hoping they can kind of get a piece of the action with the ephemeral messaging space. Gray Harmonics writes, I hope more stuff like Squawk comes out. I hate how everything is linked to Google Plus and Facebook. More internet privacy, please. Squawk is one of the apps that we covered, which is kind of like Snapchat, but like everything else you could think of, like stickers and like all kinds of stuff, and texting too.
Also, that's interesting because any app that like makes you connect to Facebook, I instantly say, nope, not going to do it.
Yeah.
And delete it right away.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people more and more are kind of with you on that. Yeah. They'd rather, you know, things not be tied to other, signing in with other networks.
Exactly.
Is kind of suspect, some people believe. And Stephanie writes, the idea of a fully self-destructing message is false anyway. There's always ways around it. If it comes to it, you can always use another phone to take a picture of the screen. Very true as well. I mean, we've seen time and time again with Snapchat that people maybe aren't enjoying the level of privacy that they would have hoped.
Yeah.
And yes, you can always take a camera and take a picture of the screen too. If it's something you really want to save, and I'm guessing there is a lot of stuff on Snapchat
that's
that people
difficult.
would like to save. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff on Snapchat you'd like to save. Anyway, moving on, I talked about how you can 3D print a house now, and William Kennison wrote in saying, that's assuming one printer is doing the job. Any child of the industrial age knows you need several machines to actually do the work at a scale to be practical. This is referencing how long it would take and how much money it would cost, but that's coming from if you're only using one printer and the printers that are out now. Of course, it's going to evolve and get faster, but that's just today with one printer, how long it will take. It's just more of an anecdote.
What would be considered a child of the industrial age at this point?
A child of the industrial age, I think, would be a almost deceased person at this point. They're barely holding on to life at this point. So maybe he's one of those people like where they have the fill out your age here to watch a restricted trailer online. He's the actual person who was born in 1913. He has to scroll all the way down to the bottom. So congratulations, 100-year-old viewer.
Okay, next we talked about Sony and Disney are on a trial basis in South Korea. They're allowing certain movies that are still playing in theaters there to stream at home. People can stream them at home, and if you don't want to get your butt to the theater, you can watch it at home. And a lot of people, most people in fact in the comments were very excited about this. I mean, we were pretty excited about that notion too. Canis Lupus writes, F yeah, I'd pay more to not have to drive to a place I don't want to be with around 200 other people that I probably don't want to be around and see a movie at a strange angle without the ability to use the bathroom and in fear of catching crabs. I didn't think of the crabs angle, but I think I did think in general, like I would totally pay. I would pay even more than I would at the theater to be able to watch it at home. You can pause. You can get up, go to the bathroom. You can eat your own food. You don't have to get dressed.
Yeah, I'm still thinking. I know a lot of people. I've met many people in my travels, and I don't think I've met one person who caught crabs from going to the bathroom in a movie theater. I don't know what theater you're going to, sir, but
some people are weird about using the bathroom in public
well,
bathrooms,
yeah, because it's full of crabs apparently.
Yeah, but we did have one dissenting viewpoint on this from OnSign Haddock 72, who writes, "I prefer a giant screen."
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe for certain movies, I'd prefer to see it on the screen. You know, like big.
Yeah,
big,
like
cool
before midnight.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I really want to see it. I mean,
we can talk about it after.
Okay, good, good. It's not. I said that one because it's not. The screen doesn't matter for that movie, but I do really want to see it.
We'll save that for the CTA, our discussion of after midnight.
Before midnight. Yeah, because I really want to see it. I'm a big fan of that trilogy of films. Anyway, speaking of trilogy of films, these are 15-second films on Instagram when they added 15-second video to their product. And Karen D wrote in saying, 15 seconds is too long and who gives a hoot about filters on the damn video? Honestly, Instagram should have stuck to pictures only. Now I have to deal with 15-second long videos and photos all in the same feed. Fantastic, Instagram. I'm sticking with Vine. I'm sure they'll soon enough come up with great updates for video editing and sharing. LOL. It may be a copy, but Instagram has the users in mass. So RIP, Vine. Whoa. Dag, yo. That's an opinion. I think, yes, Instagram does have the users. I don't know. I haven't seen much Instagram video in my feeds. I don't know if they're taking advantage of it. I still see a ton of Vines, though. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if you've noticed a difference since it's been out.
Yeah, I don't see, because Instagram tends to not to get pushed out to, I mean, I see a lot of Vines in, my
Twitter feed?
Yeah, and it seems like it's kind of taken on its own sort of mini art form, and Instagram I don't think has as much of the potential for that.
I think 15 seconds is too long. I'm of the boat. It was like 15 seconds is too long. I thought 6 seconds was too short, and then I saw what people could do in 6 seconds, and I'm like, okay, 15's too long.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Okay, next, I talked about a piece of computer software that people are using to cure, sort of social difficulties. Mm-hmm. And basically, what the computer does is you have a conversation with this piece of software that looks like a person, and they give you, based on tracking your eye movements and your use of filler words and stuff like that, they actually give you feedback on how you come off in, for example, a job interview. Mm-hmm. Sam Peterson wrote, will the software be mean to people who do socially annoying things? I don't think so. I think it'll be very nice to your face, and then
talk about you behind its back.
And talk about you with the other software programs that do the same
It'll be
thing.
talking to Kid Pics, being like, yo, man, could you believe that? And Kid Pics will be like, oh, no!
Yeah.
Remember Kid Pics?
No.
No? Oh, you missed that one.
But I think it'll be nice to your face, at least.
It'll be mean to the other computers. All right, this next one is actually for both of us. It was from Tech Feedback last week. Antoine Bandele wrote in saying, living forever without sex? No, thank you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
I think a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah, no, thank you, sir or ma'am. I don't know what that name is, but no, thank you. I would not like to live without that. Boo, boo.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. I talked to Def DJ at E3, and a lot of people were confused by the way he was talking to me so effortlessly. Like John Kraft wrote in saying, no way he is deaf. He is deaf. He's very good at lip reading. And actually, when we were making the video, we had to move locations because E3 is a very noisy place, and he hears based off vibrations, and because there was so much bass and everything going around, he was like, I can't follow this conversation. We need to go somewhere else. Huh. So we had to move a couple of times to a relatively quiet spot so he can actually read my lips and hear the bass in my voice to decipher what I was saying.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, so yeah, he is.
Very cool.
He really is deaf. If you guys liked what you saw, leave a comment down below. We might pick it up in the next episode. Also, guys, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, I'm Scott.
I'm Annie.
And we'll see you guys in a couple of hours. Oh my God! So how was Before Midnight?
Oh, so good.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Was it really?
I've seen All of those.
So have I.
And so the day that we had the blackout.
That's what you went to go see?
Well, I was like, I want to take this opportunity to see a movie that no one will ever go to see with me. None of my friends will see that.
You can't find a single person to go to before midnight?
No, because no one's seen that. No one's seen those.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
they're kind of like cult movies, right? I mean,
I guess. I've seen them all. All my friends have seen them all.
but they're like kind of for girls, right?
Wow.
It's like a romance movie.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I'm interested in those characters.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're fun to watch.
I think the thing that I like most about those movies is that they're all improvised. They just basically give them. They're like, here's where you should start. Here's where you end. Make up the middle, and then they just go.
Yeah, and that is very apparent in this movie and very nicely done. You should see it.
I plan on seeing it. I might go see it tonight, actually.
Should.
I'm really looking forward to it. I've been trying
It's at the Kabuki.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, is it in the drinking theater?
No, I was disappointed.